It is being reported that high-ranking Alameddine crime clan figure Murat Galassi was with fugitive Alameddine kingpin Masoud Zakaria at the Turkish gym when he suffered the suspected heart attack. Zakaria was Murat's gym buddy and was at the same gym, and possibly on the treadmill next to him when lethal heart attack struck Galassi. Moreover, it is being reported that Zakaria is still in contact with his Sydney network even though he fled to Turkey. The state's most wanted man Masoud Zakaria, who is believed to have fled the country to Turkey, is still in contact with members of the Alameddine clan via electronic messaging. However, it's not clear what app or encrypted device he is using. Zakaria disappeared in December, just before Sydney police could arrest him over the alleged attempted murder of rival Ibrahim Hamzi at North Sydney last August. He fled to Turkey via Malaysia, after he jumped on a trawler in Western Australia. He is believed to have taken a different route to fool the authorities. This includes traveling via sea from Perth to Kuala Lumpur, and then flying to Lebanon. From Lebanon he then traveled to Ankara and finally to Istanbul. It is believed that Zakaria has kept a strong link with the Alameddines and has also helped Galassi to escape Sydney. He has connections with groups operating on various borders which are helping him and his crew escape Australia. He has developed a systematic escape route that is now being used quite frequently by the criminals. It is possibly something similar to migrant smuggling or human trafficking, which refers to the movement of people across international borders for financial benefit. Last year, police surveillance had allegedly captured Zakaria making preparatory plans to flee the jurisdiction with street gang KVT leader Joseph Vokai before he was arrested. Police say they monitored both suspects for a significant period of time and had a number of surveillance devices in play, but before they could make their big move they both left the state's jurisdiction. However, Vokai handed himself in within 2 weeks after police arrived at his home to arrest him, while Zakaria remains on the run. Vokai is now facing court, charged with 2 counts of knowingly directing the activities of a criminal group, contributing to criminal activity, dealing with proceeds of crime and conspiracy to commit murder. Zakaria and Vokai had been captured on surveillance talking about taking care of other members of the clan and ensuring that they all had good legal representation. They would frequently talk about taking care of their people, taking care of their boys, making sure they get a QC for bail applications, and how there's no real evidence of where that money comes from, and how their clan was their family. There were various conversations caught on surveillance, where Vokai and Zakaria also allegedly discussed money and drugs. On one occasion they talked about stealing money from drug dealers. They would also talk about revenge, and discuss scores, as to who died and how many were left. According to police, Masoud Zakaria is considered to be a staunch criminal. He refused to talk to police, even after his little sister was shot in a 2013 attack which was actually intended for him. He is quite cold and calculative with his moves and plans ahead. He is a strong believer in code of silence when it comes to talking about his business and connections. A lot of people don't give Masoud credit for how clever he is. He's brazen, he's pretty staunch as a crook, he will never roll, it's just ingrained in him not to. Zakaria is not to be underestimated by anyone who is investigating him. He has money, and he has connections. You don't get out of Australia without those 2 things. However, police are confident that his days are numbered and justice will have the last laugh.